I'm here with Rosie Darling. I'm speaking with Rosie from Jakarta, Indonesia. This is morning time in Indonesia, 9:30. And it's the 16th day of fasting here on April 28th, 2021. Rosie, where are you at the moment?
I'm in LA and it's 7:30 at night. So we're like opposites right now.
Right. So are you a morning person or you're actually a midnight owl?
I'm totally a night owl. I don't like the morning.
Okay. Okay, so we have a different perspective here, but that's good. So we're here to talk about your newest EP. It's called Coping.
Yeah.
Let's start with that. This 1 year has been a hell of a year, global pandemic. How do you cope with that, Rosie darling?
Yeah. It's been definitely a weird year. I for me, I was able to finish up a lot of music. Like I had a lot of songs that were pretty much in the done stages, but
Uh-huh.
like normally I'm going to sessions all the time and writing new materials. So the whole pandemic, like for me being kind of inside and just like finishing up my songs sort of allowed me to like get the EP like totally done and released. It was like a almost like a period of where I just got everything done that I needed to, and so that was like a one positive thing, I guess, for
Yes.
me.
I guess there's always a silver lining between the pandemic, And what is your favorite moment in making the EP, Coping?
Mm, I don't know. That's a hard question.
Something?
I
Remember something there?
yeah, I think coping just the song itself was like a really exciting song. Like I remember the day that we wrote it and I left and I was like, okay, like that one is special and I just like knew in my gut. And then the more people who I was like partnering with to promote it and things like that, like with Network Music Group, they were really excited about it too. So it was like a song that everyone felt connected to from the beginning. So it made sense to sort of, name the EP that. And um, it's been resonating with people like all around the world. So probably when that song was made was like a really exciting, special moment.
It is. You have a powerful ballad. It's easy related topic of a song, and I know Kaula Muda, as we say, our listener and Indonesian people love a power ballad, a
Yeah.
sing along song, a broken-hearted song that they scream out at the top of our lungs. So I heard that "Coping" is the song that um, meet you up with your label. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that song, that was like one of the earlier ones that was done for the EP. And then I think the rest came after that one, just in terms of writing. But I had been talking to Network and they were like really, really on board with coding. And so then when I showed them the rest of the music, they were just as excited and they've been really like excited about the whole project and I feel really supported by them. So it's been really good so far.
What is the impression of Tom Gates? Do you know that name? When you first listened to the song, who is he?
Tom Gates is like my go-to person at Network. We met like a while ago. It's funny, we've only met actually in person one time because of the
Mhm.
pandemic.
Right?
And I remember I like signed my deal with Network and we like FaceTimed. It was like it's so crazy how the pandemic like limited like the big career moments that you think wouldn't be. And
Mhm.
but he just freaked out when he heard the song. He just loved it. And um yeah, I don't know. It's just a really special song and it brought us together. And he's a super fan of coping. So I wouldn't be here without him. So shout out to Tom Gates.
Shout out to Tom Gates. It is a special song. It's the name of your single and the name of your EP. So
Yeah.
I came across a dog barking at the scenery at the moment. Is that your dog?
I don't have a dog. I actually have a cat, but yeah, my neighbors, I live in a like an apartment and my
Uh-huh.
neighbors, we have like a courtyard and every night around dinner time everyone's like taking their dogs out. So
Mhm.
sometimes it gets a little loud.
That's okay. It's normal. It's natural.
Yeah.
And so you're a cat person. Do you
Yeah.
have a cat at the moment? What
Yeah.
is his or her name? How old is she? Okay.
So he's a boy and
Okay.
I think he's sleeping right now,
He's
but
sleeping. Okay.
his name
Don't
is
bother him.
his name is Albus after Albus Dumbledore from Harry Potter. I found
Wow.
him on the side of the road. And
Which
yeah,
which house is it? Are you in Harry Potter?
I
If
don't know.
you're
I've
in that
taken
universe.
I've taken some quizzes and like I keep getting Slytherin,
Mhm.
which I don't know, maybe that makes sense, but um I don't know. Yeah, I guess for now Slytherin, but
For now, Slytherin. Okay.
yeah, that could change maybe. But yes, I have a cat and I'm definitely a cat person and um yeah, he's kept me company during the pandemic.
I'm also a cat person. What is his most adorable thing that he's ever done to you, Albus?
Honestly, I don't know because I found him he was an outdoor cat, so
Okay.
he doesn't really like he definitely likes to hang out with me and like he follows
Mhm.
me around. Well, he follows me around. Like I'll go and take a shower and he'll just like, guard the door, which is kind of funny. But he still has like an outdoor cat vibe to him. I don't think he understands that he's indoor. Like today I was sitting outside and he like
Uh-huh.
ran outside and jumped up and like tried to escape and I'm like, "Why do you want to go back on the stoop? Like I feed you like every day." Like so
No,
he
don't go, Albus. No.
I know. I'm like, "Why are you always trying to run away?" But no, he's pretty lazy and yeah, he's pretty
Yeah.
lazy. He sleeps all
Okay.
day. But I do love him a lot.
Yes, I can tell from your story. Elvis, Rosie loves you so much. Okay, back to the music. The second track is called Witness.
Yeah.
What have you witnessed? Something new? Is there something new about Rosie Darling that you have witnessed in the making of the EP, the Coping EP?
Like, about myself that I've
Yes,
witnessed?
yes. What is something new about you that you witness through this creative process of
Yeah,
music?
that's a really cool question.
Mhm.
I think that I think that I feel a lot of I don't know if pressure is the right
Mhm.
word, but I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm more engaging on social media and then other times I'm not, and I feel like with all the new music that's out there and how easy not how easy, but, like, how common it is for people to, like, blow up really fast, I think I try to focus on staying, like, really true to myself, and I've kind of learned that, like, less is more, kind of,
Mhm.
in a lot of areas of life, but specifically, like, building or moving towards a career in music, like, I don't wanna do something that I would regret or say something or release a song or anything like that, and I just have learned that about myself that if I'm not 100% about the songs that I'm releasing, then, like, something isn't really, like, aligned with me, um,
Mhm.
and I feel like it's so easy to curate content these days, and I think we're all guilty of it to a certain extent, but
Yeah.
I I'm just it gives me such an inauthentic vibe that I don't it's like I do it, like, to a limited degree, but
Right.
but it's just, like, it's overwhelming, it's hard to keep up
Mhm.
with, and, like,
Yep.
I kind of was like, "Oh, like, when this EP comes out, like, I'll make a bunch of TikToks and I'll promote it every day," and, like, kinda do that whole, like, "Hey, if you went through a breakup, this song's for you," like, it just is starting to like hit me the wrong way. So
Mm,
and I'm sure I'll end up making more and things like that to promote it, but I'm just trying to find a balance and stay more just like less is more. Like
that's just-
it's not an infomercial. It's not like, I don't want to be like a
yeah.
one hit wonder. Like I want my music to just find people,
Hmm.
and if it finds you and you like it and you want to share it, that's great, but I don't love the whole like, it's just like there's something about it where it feels like it's so quick and that like it's
Uh-huh.
a one hit wonder, or like the longevity of it is not as real, and like
Yeah.
I'm just not forcing anything. Like I don't look at, like, I try not to, but like I don't look at numbers, and like obviously people at Love Network or Tom Gates will be like, "Oh, like it hit like Coping's at 10 million or whatever." And like
Yeah.
that's so cool. But I don't like obsess about numbers because like
Yeah.
everything is gradual, and people, I don't know, if people like fall in love with you after 2 seconds, like
Uh-huh.
maybe that's
That's
not a
true.
good thing. Maybe they should try to like get to know you over time? So
Yeah.
I think it's more so just like the marketing side of
Hmm.
like trying to connect with people authentically. I think I've witnessed myself like shy away from like certain things because I want it to feel more authentic, and I think that will just come with time.
Wow. That is a really contemplative answer.
I'm like,
Love it so much.
I'm
Love it
really
so much.
sorry. Yeah, I'm
Love it so much, Rosie, darling. So I have two more questions for you. Not gonna keep you for so long. So next track is called Heavy. At this moment, you're on a very young age at the music industry. How heavy is it for you on a scale of 1 to 10 today, tonight? Is it heavy? 10 being very heavy, 1 being okay, not so bad.
I don't think I don't know if I could put a number on it because I think
Mhm.
it changes every day, but
Right.
it just depends what I'm doing. Like if I'm in a lot of sessions and I feel burnt out, like I'll
Mhm.
take a step back from writing, or I'm sure when I tour there'll be ups and downs in that. Like I just try to like take it day by day, but I'm like really grateful and happy with what I'm
Mhm.
doing, and I feel like things are resonating with people. So I think at times it can be tricky, mostly like in just like communication with
Yep.
people. I think that's the biggest thing, but I really try to be transparent with people and like again stay true to myself, and usually that is the way to go.
Transparent, stay true. That is the keyword.
Mm.
Okay, last but definitely not the least, what is the message behind Coping EP? In a simple words, can you tell to Kaulam who is listening at the moment, and Tom Gay and Albus?
Yeah, coping is definitely, I mean, it's a lot of things, but for the most part, it definitely marks like a point in my life where I was learning a lot about relationships and friendships. And I think each song sort of represents like a different aspect of that. Like, obviously, coping is a breakup, and Water Me Down is like, I feel like the thing that I've been saying is like it's a note to self about knowing kind of who you are and don't let other people make you feel less than. And it just marks like my early 20s, like what I was going through. And, they're my stories, but I think that a lot of people can relate to them and find their own sort of within that. So, yeah, it's how I guess I was coping in my early 20s and things that I was going through.
Right, Rosie, darling. Thank you for talking to us tonight.
Of course.
Today, for someone who goes with a bio on Instagram, sad songs is my love language. It's nice to talk to you. Thank you, Rosie. Say hi
Thanks
to
so
Albus.
much. I will. Thanks for having me.